Hello adventurers, welcome back to Alaoria. I'm Seth. Now I just want to address that I know it's been a while since we've been here in Alaoria. I have been having some health issues and life has been a bit chaotic recently. So I haven't really had the chance to sit down and record anything for you guys, but that doesn't mean I haven't been busy over here in Alaoria. So we're going to go through and just have a bit of a wander today, I think, and catch you guys up to speed on everything that's been happening. So first I just want to say that I am no longer alone in this world. A friend of mine, Alfertim, has actually been joining me recently. He's been helping me gather resources and things like that, so he's been in the world. All the builds and everything that you guys will be seeing is all me, and I will be doing the builds on my own. He just hangs out and helps me gather resources and things like that, and we just have a chat and stuff. So yeah, meet Alfertim. Okay, so first thing is we decided to round up the sniffers because I was sick of seeing them just off round the perimeter of the island, stuck bobbing around and things. So all the sniffers are now over here, ready and waiting for whenever the sanctuary is actually going to be built. So yeah, for now they're just all stuck in here, all in one spot, at least for now. The next thing, so last episode I said that I was going to be building the Walls of Torvun out, so then they are 3 deep. We will go and see that today. It has been built. But other than that, that's all I've really built. Because we've been focusing on trying to get some infrastructure in place. So I'm not very good at building farms to get materials and resources and then keeping them. I like things to be aesthetically pleasing as well as resourceful. So that usually stops me from building a lot of farms because I want them in a permanent place where they're going to look pretty. So I've had to overcome that lately, and I've now built up quite a few farms that we're going to see today. One is down there. So yeah, all the farms that I'm going to show you are not permanent. But I need to get over the fact that everything has to be aesthetically pleasing because the resource grind is getting harder and harder the bigger these builds get. So, yes. Infrastructure has now been put in place. We have farms, they are not pretty, but they are producing, which is the main part. So, we're going to go and have a look at everything that I've been doing between now and last episode, and yeah, let's go have a wander. Okay, so the storage room looks a bit different. Also, I want to introduce, so I have now got my in real life cats in the game. So Fergus and Otis are my boys, and Delilah is my cat who went over the bridge last year, but I like to still have her in game. So yeah, I've got my boys and my sweet Delilah in game with me now. I decided to add them in finally. So yeah. Introduction to the chaos that sometimes you may or may not hear in the background. Okay, so back here is where I've built out some farms. So here we have glowberries. And then we have the yellow wildflowers and the pink wildflowers. And here is the collection system for our iron farm, and it also composts the poppies and turns it into bone blocks. Over here is a coca bean farm. So yeah, everything's pretty straightforward. You just flick them on and yeah. Just like the 2 tall flower farms. Very straightforward. And then downstairs we have a cactus farm that is producing okay amounts. This is the iron farm, which is what you can see from the top. So I put a daylight sensor on my iron farm, so at night the villagers sleep. It helps with rates, that the villagers aren't petrified all the time. As soon as light of sight is blocked, they're able to sleep, which does help with the rates. And then we have a lava farm. This is Gerald, by the way. Gerald was a villager that survived the journey over to the iron farm, and he was the only one left over. So I named him Gerald, and I built him a little house, and now Gerald lives here with a cat. So yeah, that's Gerald. Over here we have a super smelter. It's not as big as I usually build my super smelter, but it gets the job done. I have been smelting up copper. Over here we have our wool farm with all the colours. So this is producing rather well as well. Over here we have a moss farm that also produces bone meal. So it's self-sufficient. It basically feeds itself. Also produces really good amounts of moss. And if we need pale moss instead of normal moss, it's really easy to switch over. You just remove this block and change out the moss. And finally, we have a bamboo farm here in the floor. So this just works off of a single observer because I didn't want it firing constantly. This is actually Impulse's design that he's currently built in his silo in season 11, and it's very efficient. I quite enjoy it, and it's very easy to build. It all gets fed into here, and then it just comes down into this storage down here. So yeah, we have infrastructure, guys. We have got some farms going. Like I said, things aren't supposed to be pretty right now. It drives me a bit insane, I have to admit, but I need the resources. I need ways to get things going and to actually start getting things in my pocket, you know, because it's just I couldn't keep going the way I was going. It was taking me days to get basic resources, and I've been in this world for quite a while now, so I needed to get over my innate need of everything to be pretty. We just need functional at the moment. So I have also built out some flower farms, which we're going to go and visit. So if we hop over into the nether. Okay, so if we head this way, this is currently where the flower forest is, where we've set up the flower farms. Just hop in here. Okay, so we have our 2 tall flower farms all lined up here, just all easily accessible. Again, all we need to do is switch it on and they start firing. There's no bone meal in there yet though. And then over here we have semi-automatic flower farms of my own design. I'm quite proud. It uses a lathe to collect the various types of flowers and things, and then it all goes down into a storage down here with an item filter, and all the seeds get composted and fed back in to the dispenser. So yeah, there's a few of these dotted around this flower forest. If you guys would like a tutorial for this farm, I'd be quite happy to do that and post a tutorial. I find it works quite well. It's quite easy to build and minimal materials, so yeah, it works quite good. So we've got this one, and then we've got a few more dotted around. There's 5 in total, I believe. So there's another one over here. And they're all the same. Some have 4, some have 3, depending on what flowers are produced in the farm. So this one is pink tulips and oxy daisies, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, the only flowers that I don't have are blue orchids. So I'm going to build one of these in a swamp biome to get them, because there was nowhere in the flower forest that produces them. And blue orchids and lily of the valleys are the rarest types of flowers to appear in a flower forest. So I'm quite happy that we got the lily of the valleys, because we only found one place where lily of the valleys actually produced, which is somewhere over here. So I believe this is cornflowers and lily of the valleys. Yes. So again, storage system with cornflowers and lily of the valleys. So yeah, it took a lot to try and find all the places with all the different types of flowers that we need, because just because a flower is growing and has spawned in like this does not mean that when you bone meal, that's what flower is going to actually pop up. So it can take a bit of wandering around to try and find the right area for the flowers you're looking for. And finally, our other one is over this way. Here we go. So this one has red tulips, azure bluettes, and I can't remember the other flower. Ah, alliums. The alliums. Again, really hard to find a spot that actually had the alliums growing. So yeah, this flower forest is overly abundant with tulips and not much else, to be honest. But it is the closest flower forest that we have, and it's still 3,000 blocks out from spawn, so quite a journey to get here. So yeah, as you can tell, we have been quite busy building up the farms and stuff, and like I said, just trying to get some infrastructure. We're going to be needing a lot of dyes and things for upcoming projects and plans that I've got. There's so many things that have been planned out in this world, and just the sheer size of them and the magnitude and the resources that would be needed, just it's been putting me off. And I really want to, you know, finish projects before I start building new ones, because I do have issues with finishing plans. So here we are back at Torvoon. As you can see, we are now 3 deep everywhere. So if we go up here, we can see. So our walls are all nice and thick now, ready to be detailed out, ready for everything going in. We are going to be taking on a trial chamber to get copper. So we need insane amounts of copper for Torvoon. Obviously that is their export, so it makes sense that a lot of the accents and infrastructure and things like that are going to be made from copper, because that's just what their abundance is over here. This is the story of Torvoon, obviously. So yes, we need lots of copper, and one of the easiest ways to do that is a trial chamber. So that should be fun. We're going to have to conquer the trial chamber, block up all the spawners, as you can't destroy trial chamber spawners, and then tear the whole place apart for all its copper. So that should be fantastic. I'm sure that will go well. So I'm sure that will be fun, and will make for some entertaining things to watch, you know? So yeah, I know it doesn't seem like much has been done, but this itself took like a week, because I had to dig it all out and then obviously gathering the resources and stuff up as well. And also with my health issues and stuff, it's just been hard to have the energy to sit and get things done. So I've been mostly focusing on the farms and things and little projects just to try and get some of the infrastructure in place that I need for future projects and things like that. And Alpha's been helping out a lot, which has been fantastic. And we've just been hanging out and having a nice time, just gathering resources, chatting, and not having any deadlines or anything to meet. So that's been fantastic. He's been a really great help in all of that, and I'm really happy he's decided to join me in this world. He's actually now got his own island. So if I bring up the map, this island here is the island that he's currently claimed. I've said that this one can also be for him if he wishes to expand and things like that. But yeah, so he's got his own little place in Alaoria now. That is going to be wonderful to see what he gets up to. But like I said, I want to reiterate that all the builds and everything that I will be doing will just be me working on them. Resources wise, he does help me out gathering things, but all the building is done by me, all the planning and things like that is done by me. So the builds and stuff that are still going to be shown on this channel are all my own. It's just nice to have a helping hand when you need, you know, so many resources. I mean, I think this, I filled like, I think it was like 22 or something like that, shulk boxes of resources that were just to build out the 2 additional layers of the walls for Torvoon. So it does take time to get all the resources, so it is nice to have help. So yeah, that's pretty much what we've been up to. Other than that, we have become slightly obsessed with playing Phasmophobia, so we've been playing Phasmophobia a lot as well. So yes, one other thing I want to show you that was, again, purely for aesthetic reasons, is over here at the Aralis. So if we fly over, because it's better to show you than try to explain my decision. So, obviously we used to have a bunch of villagers here that were all librarians. I decided that I didn't want those librarians anymore. I wanted all my librarians to be the same. So I wanted them all to be wearing the red tunics from the savannah biome. So then all my librarians are in like a royal red. So they all look like they're wearing a uniform and matching. So there was a massacre of the previous librarians. And then we spent a few days breeding up new librarians. And then rolling them all. And then obviously we had to cure them all, and I then traded with them all, so every single one is now maxed out on their trades, so they are all master librarians. So yes, I decided to spend days re-rolling villagers for the aesthetics, because why not? Why not put myself through the torture of rolling villagers for days on end? Purely so then they all match and look like they're wearing nice red tunics with a little white sash. So yes, and just to prove how hard it was, Zomberto is our zombie that we use to cure them, and this is Zomberto the 6th, because he's the 6th iteration. Because we had many accidents whilst achieving this purely aesthetic endeavour. So yes, that's been fun, but hopefully it'll be worth it, because all my librarians will match now, so that's perfect. totally worth it. Definitely. Uh-huh. I mean, all the monks are nitwits for the same reason that I wanted them all to be in the green. So then it looks like all the monks have their own little uniform, you know? So yeah, now my librarians have their own uniform as well. So that is another big change that we've had here in Alaoria. We've had all these librarians fresh and new, and they're a bit neater now because everyone used to be just all over the place in the middle here. So we decided to line them all up, and they've all got a lectern and stuff, so then the trades can be unlocked and things like that. So yes. Other than that, we haven't really done much else lately because honestly, I just haven't had the energy to be able to sit and build. It's a lot of creative energy to be able to get into the zone and do things like that, and lately I've just not been well enough to be able to do that, which is regrettable, but obviously life happens, and well, Aloria's not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere, so things will get done whenever they get done. I'm not trying to put work to a deadline or anything like that. I'm just going to go at my own pace and try not to force it, because that's where creative block comes into play. And I've had that before where I have tried to force it and it doesn't end well. So yeah, I think we're going to be hopping back over here to Sisselmere before continuing Torvun. Just because I'd like to get the rest of the farms up and running again for infrastructure. So yeah, this will probably be the focus of a few episodes after this, just because we need the resources basically, and all these farms, this entire area is already planned out. It's been planned out for a while. So yeah, today's episode is a bit of a shorter one. I just wanted to get something out and explain where I've been and keep you guys up to date and everything that's been happening over here in Alaoria. And I hope you've enjoyed today and that it was worth it, and you're excited to see what is to come with, well, building out the rest of Thistlemere and obviously jumping back over to Torvun and things, and just some adventures like the Trial Chamber that will be coming up. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.